Tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He's got the first down inside the 10. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And some room to work. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. 20, 10. Pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jackson, a final shot before break. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
At the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Garoppolo again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
21. Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets them 9 yards and a first. Jackson now. Out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. Steps away.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On the move to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Ingram again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson looking in zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run again with Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Here we go.
Let's go, defense.
Now a give, right side. It's Coleman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Coleman. And I think the ball's out. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Here we go.
Check right. Single. 85, I'm coming.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Like 20.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson out to his left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Ravens 14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
6-man.
To throw again on second down. Jackson steps away. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. And 8 yards picked up.
Throwing now, Jackson up first down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On On third down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Delta.
Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.